That is very important because the feeling and the thinking moment by moment, all right, it's what's creating your future. You have to understand this, put it in your mind. What you're feeling now, what you're thinking moment by moment is creating your future. So my name is Nathan. I'm the Chief Training Officer of Prive International. I am in Tagaytay City in the Philippines right now. And the time in the Philippines is 9:07. I'm sure it's evening there. Okay, let me start with the disclaimer. This is a certified household electrical appliance. I'm gonna be showing you a lot of the iTeraCare, which is a not a medical device. It's a blower. It's called Miracle Blower or Magic Wand. A lot of people calling that, and you will understand why. So this is not under the FDA. We don't claim it cures, it heals. I don't say that. The manufacturer doesn't say that. And the reason why, because it's not under the medical system, the medical ways of doing things. And we don't want that way because it's not the real way. I always say, if you understand that you are the doctor, then your body heals itself. All right. We want to do away from that. And we have seen how this system failed humanity for how many years? For hundreds of years, it has failed humanity. It hasn't given humanity the right the vibrance of life, longevity and stuff like that. And in fact, this is the harsh reality today. People are dying because of sickness, disease, and they suffer before they die. This is our modern life. If you compare, this is the original way of living, guys. The ancient times where people are born, they age fully, and they just sleep and they pass to the next life. That was the way. Can we bring this back? Is this possible? Of course, we have to have the right information. So how can we bring that back? If this is the reality, guys, look at this. The world's leading causes of death is stroke. That's number one. Second is cancer. And look at this. Look at these numbers. If you look at this out from fear, it's scary. Heart disease and stroke, right? Every 34 seconds, like one American died every day, every 30 seconds because of cardiovascular disease. Every day, like 25,000 or 2,500 US citizens death because of CVD. And every 3 minutes, 439 US citizens die because this is US, by the way. This is your country. Wow, you got to do something, Americans. Why is this death so high? This is it. Lifestyle, chronic disease. Wow, stroke is up, diabetes is up. In the Philippines, colon cancer is the #1 cancer. It's something about we eat, something they put in our food. All right. And #3 cause of death, if you don't know, you can Google it. It's called iatrogenic or medical errors. People are dying because of medical errors. Unbelievable, right? People depend on the medical ways and they die because of medical error. Something's not right with the system. And so let's look into why are people dying at a young age and death because of sickness and disease. Let's look into that. Can we change our consciousness? Can we change how we do things? Of course, we have to adapt. We have to understand higher consciousness. We need to embrace that, or else we go through this vicious cycle, and we don't want that. That's why empowerment is very important. Information is very important. Would you agree with me? Now, let's go to Asia here. This is the eastern side, right? The Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, that if you have discomfort or pain, it's because there is a blockage. Simple blockage. That's why they put acupuncture, they do massage, gua sha, they do all this stuff because these things that they're doing, all right, it removes blockages. Blockages of what? Energy and circulation of blood. As you know, if you look at the microscope, when the body is in inflammation or discomfort, the blood cells are all clumped together. It's called rouleau. And the reason why, because there's not enough energy in the blood, right? They are all polarize each other. They are attracting each other. And so there's not enough of that, oxygenation and blood flowing, and the energy is blocked. You can unblock that by using methods. And it's almost an instant. You can change, you can unblock almost an instant. simply by knowing what to do. Now, is there a hack, Nathan, that we can achieve the ultimate human health? Yes. Before you know the hack, you have to understand that the body is a healing system. Would you agree with me? Now, type in the chat if you agree that the body is the best doctor, that the body knows how to heal itself. I always say, I love the quote. I just really love it. It says that the power that made the body is the same power that heals the body. Do you agree with that? Wow. Absolutely. Oh, it's same power. So the body is a doctor in itself. It's not the supplements. It's not the food you're taking. It's not the meds that you're putting in your body. It is the body that heals itself. We just have to feed what the body needs. Yes or yes. Yeah. And Hippocrates said that that healing force is awakened. It's within each one of us. This is the greatest force in getting well. It's not the magic pill. It is that force. It is that energy that's available within us. If you feed that, if you tap into that power within you, the body will heal itself. Why does it heal itself? You have to understand the foundation of healing. The very foundation of matter is called energy. The very building block of matter is energy. Science and quantum physics said that in your atoms, inside the atoms, they try to split it. What they found is not stuff, it's non-stuff, it's non-matter. It's called waves, energy, particles of light. Therefore, the human body is an energy field. We are energy beings. When we say beings, we can become by the wrong choices, by the food you're eating, which is wrong, you don't know, wrong lifestyle, you can be sick. Would you agree? But you can also be well. When you have the right knowledge, you use the right information, you have the devices, you can be well. That is being. You can become. All right. Now, since everything is energy, everything is vibrating. Amazing. If everything is vibrating, you have to understand there is vibration, there is matching of vibration. And every vibration has information. It's like tuning on a radio. You start to listen what this radio is playing because you tune in, you match the frequency. So to heal is to match the frequency. Match that. And that is the law to attract what you want in your life. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Wow, this is a poor guy actually. He died without being recognized. His heart was to give free energy to humanity, but again, business. It's all about business. They suppressed it and they said, this guy's not going to make money for us. So better stop this guy, suppress this guy. So now most people don't even know Nikola Tesla. But Google this guy. He discovered free energy for humanity. Now, this is the system in the world. Anybody that has solution for humanity, what do? They suppress it. They kill the idea because it's not making money for them. Now, we understand it's not just the money. It's how we live our life as human beings. As we raise our consciousness, we can have a better world. So I'm sure you're understanding what I'm saying today, right? Future medicine will be the medicine of frequency. Albert Einstein said that. It's not a pill, I always say. It is frequencies. And you can generate that frequency within you. It can be generated through a device, through a mat like this. This is the future. It's being generated, all right? It can be generated through a med bed, as they call it. And there are different methods to heal the body. But the very core of healing the body, if I may say that, or aligning the body is through energy. We have it. We've got Reiki, pranic healing, quantum healing, crystal healing, theta healing. There's a lot. There's ozone healing. It's non-stop. It's nothing you put inside. It's all about energy, like crystals therapy, frequency. This is the future, guys, though it's not widely used because it's not mainstream. It's not mainstream. You don't know this. They don't publish this because, again, they don't make money from this. But this is the original way. In the ancient times, they used sound. You know, you remember churches, big churches, they have these big bells. And I just read it. They remove all the big bells many, many years ago, right? When they start ringing the bell, dan, 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 it actually produces sound healing energy. But for some reason, they all remove these bells because they know it is producing healing energy. You can't see bells today in huge churches. I mean, knowing this, it makes me like irk. It makes me sad at the same time. Why? They want us to be dumb. They don't want us to know this, but we're redeeming our power. Now, let me show you some examples of the power of frequency and how can frequency bring healing or bring alignment to the human body. We've got NASA. NASA in 2003 wants to find a way to keep the bodies of the astronauts in its peak state while they are in space. That's the story. So they said, how can we keep their body at a state it seems that they're still on Earth? They have magnetism. Once you go to space, there's no magnetism, there's no gravity, the atmosphere is different. So their body deteriorates faster, they age faster. So NASA has discovered this PEMF, pulse electromagnetic field, which helps regenerate and recover and repair cells of the astronaut. This was discovered by Thomas J. Goodwin. As you can see the picture here, it's crazy, it's amazing. And so this PEMF from 2003 until today, this is now used in many mainstream, by the way. And we have this technology here in Prive International, which I'll show you later on. Next one, another example of frequency. This is Dr. Anthony Holland. He tried thousands of frequencies, and they have discovered the resonance frequency therapy device. This is the thing. Watch his TED Talk. They discovered that cancer cells are vulnerable and can be shattered when they're exposed to certain frequency range. They call this particular range as the 11th harmonic. It effectively stops the growth of cancer. Wow. Wow. No pills, frequencies, and cancers are liquefied and they die. Amazing. This is the future, guys. Our future is bright. I don't see a gloomy picture of the future. I see a bright future for humanity. All we need to do is to unite our hearts and our consciousness and see a brighter future, because the future is being molded, is being created today. And one of its greatest, the greatest path to that, or the way to bring that, is frequency and energy. Now, let's look into iTeraCare. The iTeraCare produced the frequency called terahertz. This was actually discovered, if you look at history, I read about it. This was discovered in 1926, right? It was a long time ago. A scientist, I forgot the name, and they couldn't name it as terahertz yet until the 1980s. The American named this as terahertz. Tera means trillions. And what's baffling here, it's not electronic wave. When we say electronic, that's the radio wave, the microwave. When we talk about photonics, these are the light wave. It's in between the electronic and the photonics. Amazing, right? It's terahertz. Okay, now, in 2004, the US government named this terahertz as one of the top 10 technologies that would change the future of our world. Now it's used in communication, aviation, biomedical. In fact, Chinese government is using this in military. So you would ask me, Nathan, this is a very unsafe frequency. Well, there are ranges of frequency. So in a higher range, it can be used for technology, science, agriculture, in industry, communication. Even 6G now is using the terahertz because it's a very reliable frequency. All right. It doesn't cut off like 5G. You can see you go out, it cuts off, right? It's not stable. Frequency of terahertz is very stable. But this is the thing, it's non ionizing. When you say non ionizing, it does not remove electrons from the cells. It's not harmful like the microwave. It's harmful. That's why I always say don't eat food from the microwaves because it's a very harmful frequency. You eat that food, all that radiation, electromagnetic radiation is in the food. It hits the food because it vibrates, the molecules vibrates. It heats up the molecules. But when you eat that food, it's ionizing frequency. It's going to hurt your gut. It's going to hurt your body. Don't eat foods from microwave if you're hearing me right now. All right? I care enough to say this. American scientists, they call this frequency terahertz as the wave of life. Why? Because it matches vibrational frequency of the human cells. Right? Again, frequency means, you understand there is information, you can also match it. So it matches. So if there is a matching, what happens? There is called vibration. And what happens when it vibrates? There is called recharging of cells. All right. That's why it activates body cells and it functions. The function of the cells becomes optimized. Japanese scientists, they call this light of life, and the Chinese scientists, they call this God's wave band. It's divine. Now, I show you scientific data. You can Google this. This is from the National Library of Medicine under the US government site. They said that terahertz exposure can enhance neuronal synaptics. It's good for the brain. It's good for the brain. All right. So that's why when you're blowing on your head, you realize you feel like, wow. That's why we've got a lot of testimonies that people with parallelism that they can't move well. After a while, they start moving their hands, start talking well. Because of this effect. This is terahertz. Treatment for angina, there's a lot. And there's numerous scientific papers on the benefits, health benefits of the terahertz. Google this, ladies and gentlemen. In other words, you cannot, it's undebatable already that terahertz has a lot of health benefits for the human body. It's not, there's nothing, there's no hype here. It's not theoretical anymore. It's been proven. Even with the iTeraCare, we have 500 plus doctors, thousands of testimonies around the world. We started this in the Philippines 2.5 years ago. And today, I mean, every single day since then, I've been receiving a lot of saying, thank you for the iTeraCare. This is what's happened to me. I feel better, and so on and so forth. They feel good. This terahertz is undeniable. It is one of the best frequencies, one of the best ways of bringing the body back to its alignment. Now, this is our scientist. His name is Mr. Yang Win Jun, Professor Yang Win Jun. He was the first scientist who successfully invented the world's first terahertz light wave device. Look at that picture. It looks like a bazooka. He created that in 2014, and he established the first world terahertz company called Deshang Health Technology. And after 8 years of diligent research, he was appointed as the think tank member of the Chinese Academy of Management of Sciences. Now, Nathan, this is China. Yes, you don't know what China now, man. China has everything from toothpick to space age technology. I mean, China is China, right? But this guy, because of his brilliance, he said, love is the one that brings this to the humanity. And he has so much love for humanity. That's why I like this guy. The first time I saw him in Bangkok, I was starstruck. I was like, this is the guy who created the iTeraCare. Oh my. I held his hands. I said, thank you so much. We were not understanding because it's Chinese, but I was saying, thank you so much for your love to humanity. And I'm sure he feels my energy. Now, this is the thing. The Shang, Professor Yang Wen-jun, and Prive International collaborated, now working together as partners to bring this terahertz technology to every corners of the world. Amazing. That's why we got a great job, all of us. We're going to bring this to the entire world. Now, let's go into clinical test reports. You see this quantum value because it's using energy before and after the person was tested. This was the, let's say 1 to 10, all right? This was the energy, let's say 1. After using iTeraCare, it goes 9, it goes 10, it goes 8. So this is the quantum value. The iTeraCare is great against inflammatory problems, right? Those discomfort in the body where you start feeling those pain. And we know that inflammation is the root cause of disease. In other words, before it becomes a disease, high level type, right? It starts with inflammatory problems. You can see that. And why is this iTeraCare so amazing? Because of its core technologies. The terahertz, which resonates with the cells in the body. Quantum. I just love this. This quantum field where you put your intention and it works with certain range and without, without the space, and we don't even have to, it goes through objects. I mean, amazing stuff. Look at quantum. Mr. John Shibola is here. He can definitely explain this to the highest level, but there's a lot. Quantum is a powerful healing energy. It's here in our device. And the optical quartz crystal, which amplifies the frequency and turns it into terahertz. And it has earth elements or mineral ingredients inside this tube. This is our proprietary technology, guys. And this powerful optical quartz and this technology mimics 1/40th of the sunlight's energy, and it strengthens the aura. When you say aura, that is like the light of your body. When you're at the peak state, the aura is high, especially after you sleep. You have a very deep sleep, you're well rested, you woke up, right? You wake up, oh, the aura was high, like little kids, right? We don't usually have that now when you're getting older, right? But the iTeraCare can help you increase your aura. Amazing. These are the 5 features of the iTeraCare. Penetration, 20 to 30 centimeters. It passes through the bone marrows and it clears those blockages. Activation, this is great. Activates inactive cells through resonance. It liquefies mutated cells and abnormal cells. This is number 3, identification. Safety, no radiation. It does not remove electrons from your cells. 0 ultraviolet problems there. Okay. Number 5 is user friendly, easy to operate. It's safe for all ages. Even newborn babies can use the iTeraCare. Now let's look into some good results here. Before using the iTeraCare, the energy alignment of this man's body was at 75% using Kirlian photography. You see those circles, right? Those are energy centers, or we call them chakras. We have 7 of that. Though there's a lot outside of you, there's a lot, but this camera can detect those energy centers, those energy fields and centers within you. They have special functions in the body. So they took that, it was 75%. Now this is the thing, after using the iTeraCare for just 15 minutes, I'm not talking about days, I'm talking about minutes here, the energy alignment shoot to almost 100%. That's 92% in just 15 minutes. This lady was amazed and she said, wow, this is awesome. It gives a huge boost to the body's innate healing system. Why is it important to have energy alignment? Energy alignment is the homeostasis. It's the balance level of the body. When the body reaches that peak, the body can start healing itself. We need to have that homeostasis, or else the body cannot heal. That's why when you are at stress level, the body's not healing. Stress, the body goes down, 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 down. You're not healing. That's why minimize stress, manage stress, sleep, rest, use iTeraCare, drink lots of water. Come on, stop overthinking. You got to align the body's energy and the body heals itself. Is it important to heal? Of course. Is it important to repair the body? Of course. We're bombarded with different stuff around us. We need that energy alignment. And the iTeraCare can help the body align itself. Now, 1 hour of therapy is equivalent to like having 10 times of acupuncture based on benefits, like having 20 times of cupping, 30 times of gua sha, and 40 times of massage. Now, people ask me, where's the data here? This is based on result. The body's energy shoot up like 10 times of having acupuncture in just an hour of using the iTeraCare. And this is amazing, guys. No need of needles, no need of that cupping, no need to spend hours and hours just to get that relaxation state, that homeostasis state. Just by using this device, you simply succumb to the power of terahertz, and you feel that relaxation, and the body starts just doing its thing within you, you're going to be a wonderful person, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we don't recommend this for pregnant women. If you're pregnant, don't use it. Ask the person that invited you tonight, okay? Menstruation, don't blow there where there is bleeding, open wounds, fractured bones, or any stent or any object in the body, don't blow there directly. That's very important. Why? Because it has heat, and the frequency might, right, do some distortion or interruption with those metals and silicons, all right? Especially if you have a lens implanted in your eye. So to know more about this precautionary, you can download our blowing guide. It's available. It's digital. You can download it or you can buy it. We have a printed copy of that, and it's important you read that. Just like any device, before you use it, you got to read some manual, all right? Yeah, right? You just bought a hair dryer. You have to read, right? Bought a new phone. You read the manual. Bought a new probably air conditioner. Read the manual. It's the same thing. This is an appliance. You got to read the manual so you can get the best of it, and it's for safety. Care and safety is there. So now, it's good to be discomfort free. It's good to feel better. But again, I always say, let's bring it to the next level. We don't just want to feel like, okay, Nathan, I'm starting to move my hands. My dark hair, my white hair is now darker. We don't just want that. We want to achieve the ultimate human health. Would you agree with me? Who wants to feel vibrant again? I'm sure you're missing it. You can still remember when you were at your 30s, your 20s, where you feel just so vibrant, right? And you want to bring that back because that is the real you. The real you is young and forever young. You agree with me, right? Age is just a number. Right? We succumb to the thought, the idea, as I'm getting older, I'm 60, I'm 50, Nathan, I'm going to start deteriorating. My metabolism is getting slower. I'm getting slower. Hey, it's just a thought. It's an idea. But the truth of the matter is, the very energy within you is not dwindling. It's always been like that. The nature of you never dwindled. It's always powerful and stable. You just have to tap on that. So in other words, the within us, we can tap and we can be very strong and healthy even at an old age. Yes or yes? If you agree with me. So we can achieve ultimate human health even at an old age. How do we do that? This is Gary Brecka. Gary Brecka is a human biologist. You can follow this guy. Please follow this guy. Watch his podcast. Watch his YouTube videos. I mean, I love this guy. He's phenomenal, man. He's a biohacker, longevity expert. And together with a lot of scientists and doctors, people are looking for ways on how to live longer, how to achieve the ultimate human health. And they have discovered something so amazing. And it's not what you think. It is simple. It's free. And so before talking about that, the hack to become healthy again and reaching your ultimate human health, let's talk about this. This is the real problem. The real problem is we have deficiency in the body. Nathan, when eating a lot of foods, I'm taking supplements. What are you saying? What is deficiency? This is deficiency. You take in food, you take in supplements, but this raw materials you take in must be converted into a form that the body needs, right? That's called conversion. I'll show you the next slide. Or else, if the body doesn't know or has no capacity to convert those raw materials into a form that the body needs, you have a problem called deficiency. That is called methylation. A very good example of methylation is like the crude oil, right? You suck crude oil from the ground. That crude oil, when you pump that into your car, the car does not know how to interpret that. The car will back down because that's crude. What do you do with the crude oil? You refine the crude oil. It becomes raw 91, 97. Then you pump that into your car. Then the car begins to say, this is the right fuel for me. The same way with the body. We put in raw materials, but if it's not refined or converted into a usable form, you will have deficiency. So methylation is the key to live long and achieve the ultimate human health. How do we methylate? How do we achieve methylation in the body? This is the solution. I'm so excited about this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you achieve methylation. Three things, they are free. Number one, grounding and earthing. Number two, oxygenation. Lots of oxygen, enough oxygen. And number three, sunlight. These are all free, but we're not doing this. Our environment, our lifestyle, our modern lifestyle does not allow us to do these three things anymore. 95% of the population does not even ground anymore, doesn't have exposure to sunlight, and doesn't have enough oxygen. Check your house right now. Check your room right now. Is it well ventilated, or you're living with air condition all the time? And the reason why you're sicker, because you don't have enough of these three things. Now let's talk about these three things. I have a solution for you. Gary Brecka has a solution. He has his own product called Superhuman Protocol, and it costs 150,000 US dollars. It's very expensive. This is used by elites, celebrities, athletes, and rich people. If you have enough, you can buy this. All right? I've got a solution for you later. You don't need to pay 150,000 US dollars for you to get this. All right? Now, why is these three elements very important? Let's look into number one. Okay? Let's look into number one. It's called earthing and grounding. Earthing is magnetism from the earth. Why is it important to earth and ground? We need to earth because it discharges us. We got different charging, right? We got all the stress. We hold the cell phones. We're exposed to Wi-Fi. I mean, there's a lot of electromagnetic frequencies today. If you compare 50 years ago, 100 years ago, it's totally mind-boggling what we're exposed today. I mean, there's just too many distortion in the body with these frequencies around us. So we need to discharge. How do we charge? Ground yourself. Walk on grass, soil, walk on the beach, and it polarizes. It changes the polarity of our cells. When you change the polarity of the cells, what happens to the cells? The cells begins to separate, more nutrients coming in, more oxygen. So earthing is important. In fact, Gary Brecka said, when you earth, you alkalize the body. It's not drinking alkaline water that makes your body alkaline. That is a farce, according to Gary Brecka, which I also agree. All right. So we've got a lot of these products before that they say it's alkaline, makes you alkaline. No, pH means potential hydrogen. That could be triggered by frequency and grounding. So when you ground, you change the pH of your body. All right. And it gives you that wonderful balanced state, because the body, it continues to make sure that you are in the pH state or balanced stage, pH based. All right. So grounding is important. Number two, oxygenation. We get this from the air. When you're closer to nature, more oxygen in the forest, in the beach, and it's abundant in oceans, in seas. It's abundant with trees. Are we living on trees? Not anymore. Most people are living in the metro, in the cities. You open your windows, wonderful buildings, but what do you get? Carbon monoxide. Yes or yes? So we need enough oxygen, because oxygen is important to methylate a lot of stuff inside the body. When somebody's dying, what do you pump in? Do you pump in nitrogen? Do you pump in hydrogen? No, you pump in oxygen. Oxygen is a very vital element in the body to keep you strong, right? And many more. So number three, sunlight. We are meant to spend 85% of our time outdoors. Now everybody's inside the house, right? Nobody wants to be exposed under the sun. Everybody, you go out, you're in the car, right? You go inside the mall, inside the box, the mall, inside your car, inside your house, everything is box. We are all box, and we're not exposed to the sun. Sunlight is important because this light in the body is converted to produce vitamin D. Is vitamin D important? Of course. Vitamin D is important for your calcium, for your bones, for your circulation, for your brain. There's a lot of great things that the vitamin D can do in the body. We don't produce that. We only produce that we're exposed under the light, under the sun. Now, the more we move farther away from these three things, the sicker we become. Now you know, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Every cell in our body is a battery. We are battery beings. This is the hack. The hack, according to Gary Brecka and a lot of scientists and doctors, they said the hack is you have to make sure that your cells are at its optimum state, fully charged. Fully charged cells, meaning the body is ultimate health. Fully charged cells means you are healthy, vibrant, your body's able to repair. That's the thing. You got to make sure that your cells are optimized, fully charged. How do we optimize and fully charge? We do the three things: grounding, oxygenation, sunlight. And guys, we have it in Prive, and you can achieve that at the comfort of your home. Earthing and grounding, the bio. Breath work or oxygenation, you can get it by the infused oxygenated water by using the OxyTap, and the sunlight because of the iTeraCare. PEMF, this is the grounding. This is what NASA has discovered. It's like grounding and more, because the PEMF in the bio has more than that. It has, infrared, we got sinusoidal energy, and a lot of stuff. So this is the results when you ground yourself using PMF. Increases oxygen delivery, nutrient delivery, increased circulation. Man, there's a lot of great stuff. The iTera Bio is simply amazing. It relieves inflammation and all this wonderful. It's a great fat burner, ladies and gentlemen. We've got friends here that says, Nathan, I didn't change my lifestyle. I eat the same stuff every day, but I lost 25 pounds, not kgs, 25 pounds. In how many? 2 months using the bio. It's an amazing product, man. These are the triple energy for better effect. You can see that is right there. Now let's go into the oxygenation. And I love this quote. I mean, there could be no better quote than this. It says, the presence of oxygen is the absence of disease. Wow, the presence of oxygen is the absence of disease. When you drink this type of water, all right, you charge the water and you oxygenate the water using the OxyTap. What happens is when you drink it, there is 6 times better absorption than breathing. We breathe, right? Inhale, exhale. We do that stuff every single time. But when you drink the OxyTap, 6 times boost into your brain, oxygen flows into your blood. What happens? The body gets the peak state. And that's very powerful. Oxygenation is very powerful. Why is oxygen so important? Because it gives energy. The ATP is the currency of the cell. You need ATP. Without enough ATP, you depend on sugar, glucose, which is not real energy. That's why I always say remove sugar from your diet. Remove a lot of carbs from your diet. If you can minimize that, lower that to 80, 90%, you will see your body change, ladies and gentlemen. You need enough oxygen. Oxygen, all right, converts that to 32 ATP, which is very important. Enough oxygen is important to carry out normal functions of your cells, repair your cells, and make you feel young and alive. It fights infections. Enough oxygen fights infections, right? And during the COVID, what do? They told us to wear masks. Oh my goodness. And you lower 30, 40% of the oxygen, you're bringing in your own carbon inside the mask. What happens? You lower your immunity. People are becoming sick by wearing always mask. All right. Well, I'm not into that now, but it fights infections when you have enough oxygen, and it removes cancerous cells. Now, this is Dr. Otto Warburg. He said, all normal cells have a requirement for oxygen, but cancer cells can live without oxygen. A deprived cell of 35% of its oxygen for 4 to 8 hours, it can or it may become cancerous. Pause a little bit. No wonder there's too high cancer in cities, in urban cities, in urban areas compared to areas that are not near the cities, modern cities, they have higher rates of cancer, higher rates of disease compared to those who are living in the rural areas. Think about that because of oxygen. So we need that oxygen. Oxygen and neurons combined is important also for you to experience high elevated emotions like joy, passion, vibrance, excitement, and happiness. You need oxygen. Nobody wakes up in the morning in high levels of emotion, right? Nobody's waking up laughing his hands so joyful. Everybody's waking up, low frequency because it's easier to access low frequency than higher frequency. You take that oxygenated water first thing in the morning, you start saying your gratefulness, your declaration, start pumping up the day, changing the state of your being. Guess what? Your entire day will be different. It's important to be in high elevated emotion, and it needs oxygen to achieve that. Now, this is the iTeraCare. It mimics 1/48 of the sunlight and gives you good energy for the body. This is the most powerful combination for you to achieve the ultimate human health. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the three, we call it the trilogy of wellness. If you have the iTeraCare, now make it a point you get the Oxytap. Make it a goal to get the iTera Bio. We call this the trilogy of wellness. The iTera Bio, the Oxytap, and the iTeraCare. Grounding, oxygen, and sunlight. Very vital keys to achieve the ultimate human health. You can use this at the comfort of your home, in your condos, in your flat, wherever you are. Get these three devices, and guys, you will never be the same. You will never be the same. It's not just you, your children, your parents, your spouse, everybody's in the house will have a great, healthy body because you have decided to bring this in your home. This is Prive International. We are positioned to be the world's leader in human health using the most advanced frequency products today. All right, we've got more and incredible products, a lot of products. All right, I got scalar energy products here. We got the Iron Shield. I got the Kara Patch here. I got, of course, this is my favorite. My favorite is the Pro. All right, I'm sure your favorite is the Pro also. All right, so we've got a lot of devices. Why do we need this? Again, we have to balance it. We are exposed to different frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies. We need good frequencies. It cannot just be bad frequencies all the time. We have wrong lifestyle. We need all this technologies to bring the body into peak state. Okay. Now, if you resonate with me, if you're a first timer, you resonate with what I'm saying, you want to participate in what we're doing, you want to empower people, you want to help more lives, you want to bring these devices to the world, join us. You're most welcome. This is Sprive, a very young company, 2.5, almost 3-year-old company, very young, huge potential. We have expanded to almost 80 countries, states, cities, and branches all over the world in 2 years' time. And we're growing bigger and faster. We have a good presence in America, all right, also in Latin America and Mexico. We are getting bigger and bigger. Why? Because of you guys, you that are here, passionate to bring this to every corners of the world. It is because of you that Prive has become one of the best and will become top in the world very, very soon. Okay, so join us. We've got great presence in Europe and Africa, Asia, Australia, and even in New Zealand. It's amazing. So talk to the person that invited you today. Ask that person, how can I get involved? How can I bring these devices to the ends of the world? Talk to the person, and that person cares for you. That person wants you to be here because it wants you to see something huge, something great. This is Prive, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for being with me today.